Okay, good morning, everybody. Day number 2 of the Leather Pocket Triple Threat Tournament. We're playing 8-ball on the 7-foots today. How's the sound? Everybody hear us? It's Larry and I today. Larry's going to grace us with his presence while he's got some time off. He doesn't have a match yet.
No, I'm right at the bottom of the bracket, so I got at least an hour and a half to go.
An hour and a half, you think? I think maybe more than an hour. Racing to 6.
We only got 7 tables too, but we'll see how it goes.
That's true.
Depends how fast they get
I forgot
through
we're
them.
down 1 table.
Yeah. They've removed 1 table for social distancing.
For the spacing.
Yep. Okay, Derek and James.
It is James Hornsby's birthday today.
Yes, it is.
Was he 50?
I have no idea. It doesn't look 50.
No, he doesn't look 50. It's just a slight jab when he goes back to listen.
These guys are actually teammates.
Yeah, good buddies.
Yeah.
Known each other for a long time. I believe it was James that had, James is in the red there, that won the leg, so this was his break.
Yeah, it's his birthday, and he's never been on the stream before, so I wanted to put him
Is
on
that
here.
right? He's
Yep.
never been, I'm
Nope.
sure he has.
He told me he hasn't, and I don't recall seeing him. So I figure it's a good birthday present.
For sure. The least we could do. He's a really great supporter. Watches all the time.
It'd be interesting to see how they play, because being teammates, they might let up a little bit or be a little less focused, I think.
I don't know. I don't think so.
No?
James plays really hard. Well, they both play really hard.
Yeah. Both good players, very good players.
And great guys. Oh, Derek Moore says he's 49. He's close to 50.
Okay, Derek at the table, stripes, no issues. Just a 10 ball, which he can bump it out right now. I think draw back off 2 rails.
Oh, just missed it.
He tried to clip it. I think he could have put a lot more draw on that and hit it pretty hard.
Just needed a little bump, was all it needed. If you're just joining us today, this is a 3-day event that we're running here. It's the Triple Threat. 3 disciplines we're playing over the weekend. Yesterday was 9-ball on the 9-foots. Today is 8-ball on the 7-foots. Depending on your finish in the brackets, it will give you a certain amount of points based on your finish. Your accumulated points at the end of the day today, we'll see if you get into the final day being tomorrow. We're going to be playing 10-ball on the 9-foots. We're only taking the top 16, so you'll see a lot of grinding today. I think there's a lot of players that didn't make it into the top 16 as of yesterday.
Myself included.
Larry being one. Ben Francis didn't have a very strong finish yesterday also, so
It's a tough tournament, a lot of great players. So
a
today,
lot of great players.
But on the bar box, I think there's a good chance you could see some upsets. Oh, Derek. Oh, Derek misses that.
The nice thing that I liked about this tournament was I think that you got a really broad spectrum of different types of players
Yes.
coming out this weekend, because there's a lot of players that prefer the 9-foot game versus the 7-foot game and vice versa. So a lot of kind of 8-ball specialists today, a lot of 9-foot specialists yesterday.
Dave asks if the placing yesterday affects the draw today. No, Dave, it doesn't. It only affects the draw for Monday, because the players will be seeded by their total points. But today was an all-new draw, same players.
Yeah, we capped the event at 32 players, just to abide by social distancing and make sure that we're keeping the capacity of the venue in mind. So capped it at 32, and we're only taking 16 into the final day. Everybody that makes it into Monday is going to cash. So today's going to be a big day.
Oh, James broke out Derek's balls there.
Yeah, a little bit of a gift for Derek there.
Kind of a rough first game here.
Morning matches are always, like the first couple of matches are always a little bit shaky. Players are just, they came a little bit early, but you know, those morning jitters, pool players are not really accustomed to getting up and playing pool.
You got perfect on this 10.
Nice natural shape just to slide over for this 15 ball.
A little far on it, but we could probably just punch it, come straight across. Ooh. Well, he's still got a shot. I think he plays it in. I'd play it in the side, I think. But I like the side pockets. His preference. Nice shot. 1-0 for Derek.
Racing to 6 on the A side, 5 on the B side. Same races as yesterday.
We got a couple really good first round matches too. I won't name the names, but it's
Not going to name any names, but there's going to be a couple of battles. First round this morning.
a nice shirt.
Pew pew.
I'm a Star Wars fan, so.
With that in mind, the brackets are online. You guys can follow along with us on Challenge. Larry's in front of the computer there. If you want to just bring up, go to the notifications and find our stream, you can just copy and paste the bracket into the chat at the very top. Just put this one here. Yep. Click it. Push the button, Larry. Hit play.
Bear with me, guys. I'm new to this computer thing.
Larry's very proficient on a phone, but not so much on a computer. Just hit play so that it plays the video. There you go. And just put it in the chat there.
All right, learned something new today. Thank you, Steph. Now, where's the enter button?
The one that says enter. There you go.
Okay, we posted the link there for you guys if you want to check out the bracket.
Ron's asking who took the final last night. The final actually went to, surprisingly enough, Stan Taranjo. Came around the B side, beat Kuhn in extended race to 7. Originally, the race was supposed to go to 9, but it was getting a little late and everybody was getting a little tired. Big day today, so they opted to shorten the race to 7.
I don't mind that, as long as the players agree.
Yeah, both players agreed. Honestly, Stan is a little bit older, so he didn't mind a shorter race. And then Kuhn came to me and said, you know, the longer race favors Stan a little bit more, so I don't mind shortening the race either. So they both agreed.
That is good. Well, I think the races were about perfect yesterday because it allowed us to get through it one day, and a lot of people can get home and get some sleep because they'll be back early today. Ooh. Okay, Derek at the table, and no good opening shot whatsoever. I think, well,
You can back cut the 9.
I guess, but he might be losing the cue ball. He's going to hit the 14.
Yeah, I don't think the 13 passes the 10.
Doesn't look like it.
So it looks like a back cut on the 9. Very nice. Almost overcut that. He hit the
hit it really
outside
good.
of the pocket.
I'm not sure if he has another shot, though. 13 in the side doesn't look like he can cut it in.
14 down to the bottom corner might be his only option right now.
Well, he made that look pretty easy.
Nice stroke. Very good for first match of the day.
That would be a good, confident shot.
Albert says that is not a surprise. Haha. Yeah, you know, Kuhn was definitely the underdog in that match, but Kuhn played some great pool yesterday. Came out of the chutes firing. He hasn't been playing much over the last few months for obvious reasons, but he played really great yesterday. I was surprised how well he just got back on the bike.
Yeah, he knocked me to the B side too.
Yeah. And Stan, you know, Stan's got so much experience under his belt, and I don't know if Stan would have to sit for at least a year not hitting a ball in order to be out of stroke.
Ball.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
perfect shape. I think he's perfect.
We can't see the table from where we're sitting, so it's hard to see without turning our heads. I can't tell if he's corner hooked or not. Something on the ball.
Oh, maybe.
A hair or something on the ball. Now the shot definitely goes.
Players took care of it themselves, which I like. Just shows the level of trust that they have in each other.
He got perfect on that.
Just got a little bit of angle here just to, I would tend to take the 8 ball in the same pocket.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
No problem. Good shooting. Couple good opening shots there, the cut, and then the one way down the rail. It's a good out.
I would fully expect Stan to have a strong finish today to guarantee his place in the top 16. Strong finish yesterday, and even a mediocre finish today should see him into the top 16 for tomorrow.
Yeah, the rules were that players had to play both events. They can't just play one, do well, and take a day off. They have to play both. That would create some unfairness in the results. Longer races tomorrow as well. I believe it's 7 and 6.
7 and 6 tomorrow.
In the 10 ball, yeah, with only 16 points.
And a true double elimination.
That's right.
For the final.
finals. Oh, nice break by James there. Very nice. I think he's going to open with this 10-3.
I would think so.
Just depends how he wants to hit it, and just if he can hold the cue ball for the 6. That's pretty good.
She does well.
I can't tell if the 4 goes inside, but if it does,
I think it does.
if it does, I think he might be playing for that after the 1. Good shot. Might go look at it right now. Needs to get one back here. It's a good opportunity. Oh, he hit that one. Quite a bit too soft, I think. Still has the 5, but this is hard. He's left himself on the rail. He did miss it, unfortunately. He didn't take much time on it. He might be feeling the TV nerves.
It's possible. I just brought up the YouTube chat too, guys. So we are following along on YouTube and Facebook.
This is funny. The 15 and the 12, I think, are exactly where they were last game, almost.
Yeah, pretty close.
He's going to open with the combo here. He's got his work cut out from on this one.
Well, that's one situation down. Charlene's asking, what time did we start today? We started 20 minutes ago. So you're catching us at the very beginning of the day. This is the first match. Second rack. Oh, sorry, third rack. From Buffalo, New York. Thank you for joining us. Joel from Georgia. Wambra, Illinois. Thanks for tuning back in, guys.
I think he's going for the breakout now.
No.
Oh,
I see. The little bit of a finesse.
No, good shot.
Finessey, touchy shot there. A
Yeah.
few more inches would have been perfect. But I think this works.
It's a smart shot. Always, you shouldn't have to go for breakouts. If all the balls go, then that's how you got to play it. Nice shot.
That's kind of something that I learned watching a lot of these streams and watching a lot of the great players like Russ Whittle, Brady Gollin, Stan Taranjo. They're all like 8-ball bar box wizards. And I remember watching Brady when we were playing a tournament at the Hidden Spot. And I was dumbfounded by his cue ball control. I thought for sure, oh, he's got to bump this out. He's got to bump that out. You know, this doesn't really go. It only goes like extreme short side to one pocket. And he actually, instead of breaking it out, would play the shape extreme short side for it to go in that one pocket.
That's what all the best players and the pros do too. You watch them; they play that short side shape, simple. Oh, Derek's hitting the ball is really good here.
He must have been staying in stroke over COVID season.
I asked him yesterday. He said he hadn't been playing very much.
Really?
But he did come here on Friday night and played a ton on the 9-foots with James.
Uh-oh, 5-ball.
Not good. Can't tell.
Oh, I think he still sees it.
I think he does.
Just escaped the lockdown.
Oh,
Ooh.
he actually undercut it. I thought he was gonna.
I don't think he saw enough of that left side. So an opportunity for James here.
Yeah, he needs this. He's got to shoot the 5, but if he was looking at the 4 earlier. If it goes on the side, he can just roll forward and play the 4 ball. He was playing it like it went earlier, so I assume it still does. Oh, that's not characteristic of James. Feeling the nerves, morning pool, all the above.
Yes. And sometimes the pressure of just knowing that you're being streamed too just has, you know, in the psychology of it in the back of your head.
Yeah, what you always think, oh, I don't want to play bad, I don't want to look bad, but then the more you think that, the more you do.
Yeah.
I know
It's
that
like quicksand.
I know that from my own experience.
Yeah.
It was always hard
The
at the
trick,
beginning.
the trick is to play under more pressure situations more often, you know, like play on the stream more often, play some money matches a little bit more often, even if it's just for like little amounts of money.
Play for a
10
drink, play
bucks
$5
or
bucks. Yeah.
$10, $20, just little races.
I always tell people that it doesn't have to be much, but if you just play for nothing, then you're not putting any pressure on yourself.
Yeah.
If you play for a toonie or a loony, right,
Yeah.
every shot actually matters, and it makes you
Play a buck a ball or something like that, you know?
There's lots of options, lots of different ways to go about it, but this is another way of getting pressure on yourself, getting yourself on the TV table. And I always try to do that when we have these tournaments, is to put people on that have never been on before.
It's a good experience, and the reason why we actually kind of got into this in the very beginning was so that, you know, friends could watch friends, you know, if you couldn't make it to the event and kind of stuff like that. But it's also really great to learn from. And I know for myself, just from personal experience, my game has elevated a couple of notches just by watching some of the great players. You know, you see the patterns better. You know what is, you know, what your optimum shots are, the less risky shots, why the great players did it this way instead of that way.
Yeah, you get a lot of different perspectives.
Yeah.
And I know James for sure is going to go back and watch this because he is critical and trying to improve. So I think this
He's
will be a good
passionate
tool
about
for
the
him.
game, right?
Yeah.
Like he just wants to be better, which is exactly why we do this, so that you can learn from it, watch yourself, and
Exactly.
see the mistakes that you make or things that you do great.
Yeah, you might be surprised at because when you're at the table playing, you're just playing. But when you see yourself, you might you see it differently. It's like watching someone else in a way.
Also really great for people who have not so great pool etiquette or demeanor at the table. Like you don't really think it's that big of a deal until you actually see yourself doing it. You're like, I'm an idiot. You know, why did I react that way? Or that looks terrible. I'm never going to do that again. So
Ooh.
good for lots of aspects of the game. That 12 ball just wiped its feet.
He's running out of options here, though. I'm guessing he's going to try and get on the 9 and use that as a breakout ball.
I think so. It's the only ball that he can use to make something happen down there. That 14 and 11.
He's got to hit this.
Kind of on lockdown.
He's got to hit this pretty good and get a couple good rolls here. He's going to pound this. Speed. Yeah, it was tough. He did get on the 14, I think.
Yeah, he did. And I think that if he puts a little right on this,
he can bump that 11 out using the 1 ball. This could be
like a rail 111 just to bump it out.
He's just got to make sure he doesn't get stuck behind the 1 ball. Oh, I don't think it goes. He might have a bank, though. On these tables, you can often just put center ball and just hit it to miss that 6, and because of the way the table banks, it'll just go straight all the way down. Just don't hit it too hard. Tough shot either way. Unless you can split those balls. Hard to tell from the TV angle.
Yeah, I think I would have on that breakout. I would have put a little bit more top right on it, come off the rail, and kick the one from behind.
I think he was trying to, but he hit it pretty hard, and it didn't let the spin take enough.
I think I saw him put bottom on it, which kind of goes more sideways than.
Yeah,
straight,
that ball
but-
came. Yeah, I mean, it was tough either way. The breakout earlier was tough to get something good out of it. He got fortunate, and then to get it again was also
Yeah.
tough. So James has a good opportunity. He needs to get one win, which is always the hardest one to get, next to the last one. But if he can just bear down and clean this up, which I think he should, it's all right there.
I actually favor
some momentum.
James to win this rack. He's got a lot more balls on the table, but Derek's 11 ball is not in an ideal spot. Like,
No.
there's no other traffic down here, so
No.
if James gets out of shape, he can easily just play some sort of containing safety type of shot.
Yeah, I always look at it that way, who has control, right? No matter what, James should always have control of this rack, so he's the favorite to win. Unless he makes a terrible mistake, but I don't see one happening. I got to stop doing that. I'm going to pull a Grant and curse somebody. It's the last thing. It's weird when I go on here and I do that, I feel really bad.
He is gifted at that. That is for sure. A couple of YouTubers from Wisconsin.
He overhit that quite a bit. Probably nerves. I've noticed when he's uncomfortable, he always plays very quick. He'll speed up and hit the ball really quick.
I think it's important to find a good rhythm for yourself. You
Yes.
know, everybody plays at different speeds. There are really fast players or really slow players. But find what works for you, that kind of happy medium of taking your time
Yeah.
and thinking too much. There's a very,
Just take an extra walk around the table.
yeah,
Even though you might have one ball left, just take a walk around the table.
yeah.
or-
You don't want to be shooting too fast that you're just kind of one-stroking.
yeah.
But you don't want to be slowing the game down and thinking about overthinking too much, because overthinking will get you in trouble too.
Yeah, I find for me, especially, I keep the chalk on the table because it makes me walk around and grab the chalk.
Me too.
I'm forced to kind of stop and think for a second. I can't rush. That's why I like doing that. And I mean, James has the chalk on him.
I started to do it for the exact same reason, actually.
Yeah.
I used to have one of those magnetic chalk holders that I wore on my belt so that my
Yeah.
chalk was always with me.
Yeah.
But I found that I needed to take more time to walk the table. A few people had said that to me when I was first starting out. So I would start leaving the chalk on the table, so I would have to walk around to get it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I kind of progressed into making it mandatory to chalk in between every shot,
Yeah.
just so that it made me take an extra second just to reset.
Well, that's a good idea. You could have one ball left, but if you have to go grab your chalk, it'll clear your head a little bit. I like that myself.
Just getting yourself into a routine, right? Because I felt like I used to shoot really fast when I first started out. And it was pointed out to me that, you need to take more time, walk the table, blah, blah, blah. So I started doing that, and now it's just become a habit. We're
Yes.
really blessed to have really good cue maintenance in the city by Nick, by Mike Wasloo, by Jerry Pepin. They're all great cue mechanics. And we have great equipment. Like, we're able to test
Yeah.
new tips every month if we wanted to.
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily mean we have to chalk every shot, but making it a habit just gives you an extra few seconds in between shots.
Well, I've noticed for that in particular is sometimes I know what my next shot's going to be, or I already know what my next shot I want to be, and then I'll go grab my chalk and I'll start chalking, and then you'll see something different.
Yeah.
And it's a useful tool, I think. Gives
If
you
I-
a good pace.
if,
Pace is
if
important.
you're fast, you tend to have tunnel vision, because if you're standing at one end of the table and your next shot is at the other end, and you had a picture in your mind of how it was going to go, by the time you get down on your shot, if you don't take that extra couple seconds in between, you don't allow yourself to think about any other options.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's, but it's player preference again. I mean, there's some great players that don't necessarily do that. For me, it works. As to this game, Derek looks poised to run out another one. If the 5 goes in the bottom right, his only issue is getting on the 8 ball. So I'm thinking he's going to play the 2, use the 3 to get to the 5. Then he's just got to have some angle.
He's either got to get the right angle
Which I didn't.
or hit the window in between the 9, 12.
Yeah. If he can punch this
for the
over
8.
to and leave it on the side rail or just off the side rail, he'll have a bit of angle. Yeah, exactly, to draw back to the rail. I think he's got a bit of angle on the 3, which is just about perfect. Hit it soft or hard, but I might just punch it to create the extra angle. He
That was
got
a
it.
nice shot.
He didn't
He
want to
might
be
be
on
a
the
little
rail.
straight, though.
Yeah, he didn't want to be on the rail. No, he can't. It's tough to draw back in this position. He's going to jack up.
He might just have a little bit of angle here.
I think he's got the angle. Oh. Yeah, he didn't get any bottom on that because he was on the rail.
Yeah.
That's why he didn't want to be on the rail.
Being on the rail always makes it a little bit tougher because you have way less options. You're taking away, 2/3 of the bottom of the ball. Kind of forced to put more top on it than you want sometimes.
That's why you see that a lot in the 9-ball, 10-ball safeties. People just try to leave the other person at least on the rail. Maybe they can see the ball, but you leave them on the rail, you take away half the game, you could say. This 8 goes down the corner.
I believe it does. Oh,
He undercut it. Oh, another open
I think it
table
was
for
tight, but I
James.
think it went.
Yeah. He just undercut it, which is why it hit the 14? 10 ball. Another open table for James. He can make this close. He's got one win now, so he might be feeling a little more loose, a little more comfortable, settle in. Well, he's all set up here now. Good out ball would be the 14. Could be your last ball. So many different ways to play this, so it's just a matter of
Yeah, the
doing
8 ball's
it.
so close to the pocket that you have so many options here.
He's taking his time on this. That's good. Not rushing it. Still okay. This is more like how James plays, actually. It takes a little more time like this.
Yeah, I think it's just important to find the speed that works for you.
Yep.
Not everybody
Good
is the
stroke there.
same.
Well, it's a bit all over the place. But because the balls are so open, he should still be okay.
I think, yeah, I was just going to say, I like playing just a stop shot there because that leaves you the natural angle off the 9 for the 14.
Yeah, just make the ball.
You don't really have to do anything too fancy here. You'd like a little bit of angle on that 14. You don't want to be dead straight on it. Just so you pop off the rail a little bit. You don't want to be
Very nice.
too
Good
close
shape.
to the rail.
Well, he's hitting the balls better like I said, he's settling in, I think.
Yeah, he's just settling into the first match.
And now we got a match.
I like it. Within one. Rack number 6. Derek to break. We'll be playing 8-ball all day today, guys, so make sure you don't go too far. We are streaming to Facebook and YouTube and following along with the chats. The next big event that we've got coming up is the $1,000 10-ball on the bar box event. That happens September 20th.
Sunday, September 20th.
One-day event, right?
One-day event. Races to 7 and 6, I believe. 10-ball bar box.
$1,000 added. So if you guys are in the area,
It's open to anybody.
open to anybody.
$100 entry. No, sorry, $120 entry with a $20 green fee.
I find that tournaments are hard to come by at this time of year, especially with the situation this year.
It's capped at 32 entries. There's currently 12 players paid and signed up.
Plus, having money added events is nearly unheard of right now. So businesses are having a tough time. So if you're able to make it to the tournament, we'd love to have you showing some support for the venue, playing a money added event. Not going to get too many of those.
And good money added, really good.
Really good.
Payouts for that will be very high, and top players will be playing that.
You can contact our very own Larry Welper for information on that, Derek Moore, or the Leather Pocket. You can also send CSL a message too, and we can always point you in the right direction, get you in contact with somebody. You're about half full, you think, in that tournament? About half?
12 paid. 12 paid. We have a list. I'm sure there's other people that want to play that haven't paid their entry yet, so we're just making a list for the paid entries.
Yeah, it's
I think it'll fill up just like any tournament within a few days before.
for sure. A firm cap at 32, so if you're interested, get your money in, guys.
Okay, see if Derek can snatch one back here. He was up 3-0, now it's 3-2. James missed a 4-ball there. Tough shot, he was jacked up, tried to cut it in. I think the 10 goes in the side, but if he shoots this 15 right now, he's going to go into it, so he might want to shoot the 10 first if he thinks he can draw back. That was a good shot. Good stroke. Eight ball only goes in 2 pockets, it looks like, maybe 3. He can play this 15 and come 2 rails around for the 9 in the bottom right. It's all there. He's just got to work it out, but
There's a lot of traffic, so cue ball control.
He undercut that.
Ooh.
He came straight up, so I wonder if he was trying to. Well, he overcut it. I can't tell if he was trying to come straight up or maybe he was trying to throw it and didn't get it. He did block that pocket.
Charlene on YouTube was asking what the entry fee was.
For this?
The entry fee for this event, Charlene, it was a 3-day event, $125. You're guaranteed 2 events, the 9-ball yesterday, the 8-ball today. Depending on your finish, gets you into the final day tomorrow. If you're asking about the entry fee for the $1,000 added 10-ball on the bar box event, September 20th, that we were just talking about, that one is also $125 or $120?
$120.
$120 for that event, and that's just a one-day event, capping at 32.
Someone's asking where is it at. This is at Leather Pocket in Calgary, Alberta.
Canada.
Canada?
We have a lot of Americans watching, so.
Okay. Calgary, Alberta, Canada. That's this event and the 10 ball. Leather Pocket. Leatherpocket.ca. All diamond tables. They have 8 9-foots, and right now they have 7 7-foots. I think James is going to try and follow this 5 ball in, but
You think?
I think if the 4 goes in the bottom right, I think that's a shot.
I think that 10 ball is just, I don't know. Oh,
Yeah,
you did. That was a great shot.
I think he had to go for it. He tried to sink the 15 earlier, or hit his 5.
I thought he would have had to go like off the outside of the pocket.
No,
Off.
it was deep enough he could just
Oh, okay.
follow it.
I thought it was outside.
And this one is tricky. You have to make the ball and make sure you get shape on the 8.
Yeah, you're going into that 8, so
Yeah, he had to hit it at the right speed, which
that
he
was a
missed.
risky shot.
He had to do it, but he just hit it too hard, too firm. But it's touchy. Easy to
Or
overhit.
not
easy-
hard enough. I feel like he was kind of on the 50-50 there.
Yeah, if you hit it too soft, then you know the cue ball spins and you missed a shot, or it doesn't make it to the pocket. He's playing. Oh, he can see it here. He's banking side.
The window? Oh, wow.
Oh no!
Oh, no!
Oh, that's unfortunate. That's a little unfortunate, but he's still in this. He's breaking. 6 on the A, 5 on the B. If anyone's in the area and wants to come down and check out the venue, Leather Pocket, watch some good pool, we'll be here.
All day today and tomorrow. What better way to spend your long weekend?
Especially now that the weather's getting cold.
It's a little chilly out today. It was about 30 degrees Celsius yesterday. Today is going to be a chilly 10.
12, I think. And then by tomorrow, I think overnight down to 0. Well, salt in the wound. James scratches on the brake.
At some point, your day turns around. You know, just
Sometimes,
when you're
yeah.
getting some bad rubs.
And sometimes it never does.
I'm a firm believer in you can't run bad forever. You know, at some
Well,
point, it's got to turn around.
I know a guy who would disagree with you.
I wonder if your guy knows my guy.
I think so. Winner?
Yeah. That's it during it was Jeff's fault.
Was he coaching again?
No, he comboed Bill Hill yesterday. Slocked in a 9 combo.
Sorry, was it 6-0?
Yeah. For Fargo shall not be affected.
Larry's just off to do some tournament directing. You're doing a fantastic job. Romeo's asking for the brackets. They are available on Challenge. Romeo, give me 1 second. I will repost those for you. A little is nope. These diamond tables are really nice to play on, but they are less accepting if your stroke is not smooth. Neil checking in from Thunder Bay. I always have to say Thunder Bay. Nice to see you. Thanks for checking in.
Okay, I'm back. I had to go call a match. Safety by James. There's a good chance that Derek's going to play one right back. I think he might just choose to roll up on the 3 and freeze him behind the 11 ball.
Safety play is also a really good skill to have in any game.
Well, here's one again where you look at control, right? Derek has 3 balls on the table.
Right.
James has all his balls on the table, or 6.
6.
So I find you have to be quite patient a lot of times, whereas some people just don't have that patience. Same thing for Derek. You know, he's just got to wait it out.
So Derek opens his 3 up. So his 3 ball goes now. But if you're James, what are you doing here? Do you think that he can catch enough the side of that 11 to cut it down to this bottom left?
I'm not sure I'd be aggressive here because Derek's balls do go. Yeah, that may have been a poor choice of shots. Score. You gave him a game? Yeah.
Derek's back in control here. If he can cut this 6 and stay on the top side of that 4 to just shoot it down table, ideally down to the bottom left. Corner pocket was a big pocket with that 15 ball there. He opted to go the other way and take the 4 ball first, which turns out didn't work for him. Could have, though. It's always tough to say. All 3 of those shots were difficult. So James has got ball in hand here. And I'm actually kind of thinking that he's looking at taking the 9 and opening up the 12 ball there. I'm not sure if that's what I would do. He's got a couple of different options here, taking the 10 first.
Yeah, exactly. I don't give nothing to nobody. I don't care who your name is. I don't know. Hill against Stan, it doesn't matter. I fucking make him shoot it.
He's got a
Good.
couple of trouble situations here. He had a few options. That was a great shot. Speared in that 9 ball. Still has a situation, though, to figure out with that 12. 14, 15, not going to be a problem, but he may have to go off the rail, off the 6
Okay,
for
I'm
that
back again.
12. That was a crafty little safety. What a great shot that was.
He's got to be patient.
Well, that's the thing. I was just saying that he's got a problem with that 12 ball. He's got nothing down there to open it up. The 14, 15 was not going to be a problem.
Let's see how Derek
It's
hits
a
this.
great time to play a safety.
Well, in that situation, it's almost better to not move that 6.
Yeah. But Derek is going to give ball in hand here.
I might play safe again, but try and play a better one. Like really leave him no kick. But if he makes this 2, I guess that's good. That's a tough shot. It's almost right on the rail. Getting by that side pocket. Oh, and he hung
He
it.
rattles it.
Yeah. It's a hard shot. You know, especially knowing that if you miss, it's over. This game's over. A lot of people do that, myself included. I think back and I go, I should have played just one more safety. I'm just one more safety away from.
Yeah.
If he plays one more safety and freezes him to the back of that 14, you know, then maybe Derek's got to try a 2-rail kick, and perhaps he could make it, which also could suck. But he can also bump it out of the way or scratch.
Those shots are also like one of my weaknesses.
They're hard.
Those running the ball down the rail, especially past the side pocket.
Yeah, when it's past the side, it's hard because you know you have to hit it so perfect, so clean. But when it's going down the other way, it's not an issue, right? But when it's by the side, that's when it's a little scary.
Yeah, I deleted it over there, but it doesn't come off here.
Okay.
Have to wait and see if it happens again.
All right, Derek's on the hill first, breaking. I think both guys have been breaking pretty good. Might have been 1 or 2 dry breaks, maybe. Dry again.
Dry break.
Look at the spread, wide open. And from the looks
Nice
of it,
juicy table.
I think James has to take stripes. I don't think he's got a shot on low ball, even though I like low ball better.
I do like low ball better. But tough opener.
If he can get on the 11 right now, that might be his. Or I guess after this shot would be good. That might be all the major problems out of the way, or the one problem out of the way. He's got to get right to the rail. Hard to see if he got there. I think he had to be almost right on the rail to shoot that 11 ball. Hard to tell. Oh, he hit that.
Oh, he was able to get it.
He drew back, and did he not leave himself a shot? I don't think he has a shot. He might be forced to play a combo on the 15. Or depending how much you can see the 13, a combo on the 9. See, in this situation, like I was telling my wife, Michelle, I said, you know, you got to try a shot, and if anything, you got a ball right in front of that pocket.
Right.
You know,
Hang it.
You know, if you don't make it, it's okay, but just make sure that you're. Oh, he hit
Take
that.
away an option.
Or just hit it perfect like that.
Yeah, that was a great combo.
Great shot. And he's set up here to finish up 13, 9, 14.
Still a few balls left. That was a great shot to kind of get himself out of a bind, but
He's looking at something here.
I don't think Does that 9 ball pass the 13? I would say, yeah, you have to take the 13 first here. Oh, he did that nice. Avoided going into the 9. Neil says, thanks for the pool watching you guys on my big screen and Rod in Winnipeg on my tablet. Stormy outside and it's perfect. Thanks. You're welcome, Neil. Thanks for tuning in. Always a pleasure to have you. And yeah, Rod's got his final tournament of champions today, I believe. Final 8, he said today. So lots of great pool to watch. Slow down, ball. James narrowly escaping the that big 3 ball. I feel like James rushed that 8 ball. Just could have taken a little bit more time, settle in, being sure on that final shot. Roger's asking if this is the only stream table. This is the only stream table. It's going to be back-to-back matches all day, I believe.
Sorry, I stepped away there again.
It's the job of the TD.
I know.
TD.
But I've seen James worked out a nice table and missed that 8 ball.
He did miss the 8 ball.
Well,
I was saying I felt like he rushed it a little bit, like he just literally walked up to it,
yeah,
looked at it for a half a second, got down and shot it.
got a little excited or impatient.
Well, and that's the thing, right? You get excited about getting out on another table, gets another game closer. You worked out a tough table, and then
Funny shape here, but I think it's okay. I like cutting it up the other way because you can miss it by a lot more. He hit that real nice. Derek wins 6-2.
Derek wins the hill match. 6-2 victory for James. Do you know who we've got coming up next or no?
Stan and Aussie.
Oh, Stan and Aussie.
We have
Stan Taranjo and Kevin Osborne coming up next, guys.
Feature match.
So we're going to take a quick 5-minute break here, let the players settle, reset, and we'll be right back. So don't go far. Monster of a match coming up.